today is July 28, 2022, and I decided to document how I am going to prepare for going back to treating patients face-to-face. So we haven't actually received the official announcement for this yet, but we have been receiving updates on the progress, and it seems like we're headed in this direction. So I have been starting to prepare, and actually right now I am isolating because I have COVID, but clearly my symptoms are mild. And today I started my preparation by printing some of the forms that I'm going to need for patients. So the form that I printed is actually our perio chart. And the reason why I decided to print it is because yesterday I was starting to feel really anxious, because technically I only have like a year's worth of requirements left, but because of the limited number of clinicians that can work at the same time, plus the 5 days on, 5 days off workflow, let's just say I'm not getting my hopes up that I'm really going to be able to finish everything in 1 year, but I really do want to try to, if I have to extend it, hopefully just extend it another semester. So today I decided to just start preparing. Now, school doesn't start until August 30, so I technically have 32 days to prepare. So I started preparing today. It's not like preparing the way we used to for the beginning of a new school year, because my mentality has kind of been in like online mode for the past 2 years, and it's also been in this mode of just expecting to be disappointed all the time. And right now I'm kind of going through this mental conditioning of like adjusting to this new setup, which is treating patients again. I feel like my worst enemy right now is myself. I feel like if there's anybody that's gonna hold myself back at this point, it's me. So what is the reason for my wanting to prepare this early on? It's so that I can take things slow. I don't want to shock myself. I thought it would be easy. I thought that going back to school would be like, oh, finally we're back to normal. I'm normal again. This is it. But I'm realizing that that's not the case. So the reason I decided to print these charts is last night I was feeling very anxious about potentially getting delayed again. And so I decided, what are ways I can speed up my treatment so that I can get more things done, and so I can close more cases and genuinely be closer to graduating. With charting, there are all these little things that take up time, like for example, putting in their basic information, getting their chief complaint, history of chief complaint, and from what I've heard, we're gonna have to do a phone interview with our patients before we treat them at school anyway. So I just decided to print all the charts already so that while I'm doing the phone interview, I can write everything down and put in whatever information I can, so that by the time I get to school, I have less that I need to input. So today is August 8, 2022, and I have a few updates regarding face-to-face with patients in school. So we officially got the green light to start treating patients on September 1 technically, and I had a meeting about it with our new clinical chair. And on September 1 and 2, we would be sort of practicing like treating actual patients on each other first. This is more of to adapt to working in our PPE. So they want us to adjust to it first. So what we're going to be doing on September 1 and 2 is acclimating. We will officially start accepting actual patients on September 5. So okay, so today is August 31. And I actually came from school yesterday because we had a walkthrough just to kind of see the new layout and how the new flow is going to be with all the new protocol and stuff like that. So that's what we did yesterday. So I wanted to film this moment right now because I just found a potential complete denture patient. So this patient was sort of introduced to me by the guard at the building where my mom works, and this patient is the guard's aunt. So I actually just got off the phone with her, asked her a few questions, and her situation sounded really, I guess, promising for my situation. Now the reason why I'm bringing this up is because at the student level, we can't really take on any and all cases. If they are too complicated or too complex or basically deemed too difficult for us, then our professor won't accept or won't let us take on the case. Yes! She's boosted. Ah! Wow, things were just going so perfectly. So tomorrow I'm going to school again. We're gonna be doing a demo. So we're just gonna be, for proso, we're gonna be taking impressions on each other, like us clinicians, just to get the feel of working in the clinic already with a new setup and then also working in our PPE. Actually, this is my school backpack. Actually, it brought so many memories because this is what I used like pre-COVID. So when I finally brought her out again, I hadn't used this at all this whole pandemic. She was just sitting there with my old clinic files and all the old clinic stuff. So I cleaned it out, went through the old stuff, and brought back my trusty keychain.
I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that. No. All of my friends say, girl, you better take care. Cause that man is trouble, you best beware. And though deep down, I know I might be headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No. Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I won't. I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby.
Hey guys, so I'm home from school. I hit the gym. I spent like maybe 45 minutes. Drove straight home because it was already 4:30, so I wanted to try and beat the rush hour traffic, which I don't think I did, but anyway, I'm home now. So I bought this canister for my alginate since today we were taking alginate impressions, and it's kind of a struggle having to scoop out of the bag each time, and we did have to retake the impressions first because we didn't know that it needed to be checked. Instructions weren't very clear, and then when we heard the impressions needed to be checked, we had to redo it, and then after that we heard that we needed to take upper and lower impressions, so we had to take more impressions. So anyway, my partner Sandra and I both bought the same containers for the alginate. So that's what I'm doing. I'm transferring the powder into this canister just for ease of use. And again, I actually also bought Crocs today. So it's kind of a new rule in school now where we need to have, well, they say it's a suggestion, but then the way I heard it is it would be best if we had separate shoes for the clinic itself. So I got some Crocs. Disclaimer, not to hate on Crocs or to people who like Crocs, but I would never buy Crocs. And the only reason why I bought Crocs is for school, and I figure it's useful naman talaga, like, for work. The main highlight, I think, for me were the gibbets. So I got these super cute gibbets. So I have iced coffee, a rainbow, a donut, a stethoscope, cherries, and this gibbet that says, "Please save me." And they're like an off-white because the really white ones, I think they get dirty easily and I don't want them to like look gray right away, so I got off-white. And so I found a complete denture patient. I think I mentioned this, yeah. I'm gonna try and bring my patient into school already on Monday so I can do her workup and hopefully take a primary impression if her case gets approved by my professor. So I'm gonna start preparing for that already this evening. I'm gonna start studying. So today is Saturday and I have work today. That's why I'm in my scrubs. And I'm preparing today by seeing my potential patient for the first time. So I can actually see what her arches look like, what the inside of her mouth looks like essentially, and talk to her and even do like a preliminary interview. Hopefully I get an appointment on Monday. Okay, so it's still September 3, Saturday, and last update. It's official. I have an official schedule for my first patient since the lockdown. So my prof just released the spreadsheet for us to make or set our appointments, and I officially booked my first appointment on the first day, September 5, from 8 to 12 with my patient, and then lab time from 12:30 to 2:30. So that's what she told me, and I believed her. So the night before, she realized that she wouldn't get away with it, so she admitted that she lied to me. I dream of you every night. Dream of you.